After 60, many men begin to fade like a bonfire that's run out of wood. But listen carefully, it's not age that steals your strength. It's the silent neglect you build up day after day without even realizing it. Most accept this decline as an inevitable punishment, as if resignation were the only honorable choice. But you're not here to give up. You're here because there's still fire in you, and I want to show you how to reignite it with 5 natural vitamins your body needs as much as it needs air to breathe. Today, we're not talking about placebos or magazine cures. We're going to get right to the heart of it. Your strength depends on your biology, and each of these vitamins is a key to unlocking the power, firmness, and energy that still live inside you. And let me warn you, the last vitamin I'll share could be the tipping point, the secret that draws the line between a life of resignation and reclaiming your masculine sovereignty. My name is Celia, and this is your House of Wisdom. Stay with me until the end, because if you understand what I'm about to reveal, you'll not only regain your vitality, you'll reclaim something even more important, your self-respect. Number 1. Vitamin D, the spark that awakens your sleeping testosterone. Have you ever wondered why, despite all your efforts, your body just doesn't respond the way it used to? No matter how hard you try or how vividly you remember what you were once capable of, there's an invisible force inside you that seems to have snuffed out your fire. That force has a name: vitamin D deficiency. It's a silent enemy that, if left unchallenged, will continue to devour your vitality until you're just a shadow of the man you used to be. Here's the uncomfortable truth. After 60, your natural testosterone production begins to plummet. But what many men don't realize is that a huge part of that decline isn't just about aging, it's about a brutal lack of vitamin D in the body. Science has made this clear through studies like the one from Boston University Medical Center, which found that men with optimal vitamin D levels had significantly higher testosterone than those who were deficient. This isn't magic or cheap theory, it's pure chemistry. Vitamin D acts as a biological spark that activates testosterone production, the hormone that defines your energy, your strength, your desire, and your ability to rise to the occasion when your manhood is on the line. Think of your body as an ancient war machine. You can have the weapons and the strategy, but if you don't have fire to ignite the artillery, all your gear is useless. That's exactly what happens when you're low on vitamin D. Your body wants to respond, but it simply doesn't have the fuel to do it. It's not about motivation, willpower, or clinging to memories of better days. It's about giving your biology what it needs to rise with the same determination you had at 30. In ancient cultures, warriors would spend hours under the sun before battle, not just as a ritual of strength, but because they instinctively knew the sun was a source of life. Today, trapped between walls, technology, and false comforts, we've forgotten that fundamental truth. We are starved of sunlight, of that vitamin that not only strengthens our bones, but ignites the very core of our manhood. Hippocrates once said, "The force that heals a man is the same that gives him life." And in this context, that force bears the name vitamin D. If you think eating well or hitting the gym now and then is enough, you're ignoring the root of the problem. Without enough vitamin D in your blood, your testosterone will continue its freefall, taking with it your strength, your spirit, and your ability to stand firm, in every sense of the word. But not all is lost. Restoring your vitamin D levels could be one of the smartest and simplest moves you make to reclaim your body and your spirit. Later on, I'll reveal how to boost your natural testosterone production even more powerfully. But first, I need to tell you about another vitamin. One that, if you're unaware of it, is stealing something even more precious than your strength. It's robbing you of your inner youth. And believe me, that's a luxury you can't afford to lose. Number 2, vitamin E, the shield against the aging of your manhood. Picture a Roman warrior from the 1st century, hardened by countless battles, who after years of fighting begins to feel his body no longer responding as it once did. His muscles, once agile and firm, now ache under the weight of time. His reflexes, his stamina, his energy, all start to fade like a flame running out of fuel. Back then, battlefield physicians recommended a special elixir made from oils and seeds, a potion that, without them knowing it, was packed with vitamin E. It was their way of maintaining vitality when youth alone could no longer carry the burden. They didn't have the scientific terms we use today, but they instinctively understood there was something in those foods that preserved their inner strength, something that kept the edge of the sword sharp when the greatest enemy was the silent erosion of age. Today, centuries later, science has confirmed what those warriors knew by intuition. Vitamin E is not just an antioxidant, it's a true molecular shield that protects your cells from the inevitable decay brought by the passing years. Without it, your body stands exposed like a castle without walls, vulnerable to the constant attack of free radicals that wear down your tissues, your circulation, and ultimately, your intimate vitality. And I'm not just talking about physical ability, I'm talking about that feeling of being alive, strong, capable, the feeling many older men have given up on without even realizing it. Dr. Lester Packer, one of the world's leading experts on antioxidants, called vitamin E the master protector of cell membranes. His research showed that this vitamin is crucial for maintaining the flexibility and health of your blood vessels, ensuring strong blood flow where it truly matters in intimate moments. Without vitamin E, your arteries age faster, harden, and your strength quietly, relentlessly fades. What I'm telling you is brutally simple. If you don't fortify your body from within, time will do its work without mercy. It doesn't matter how strong your willpower is, or how many fond memories you hold onto from your prime. Time doesn't respect nostalgia. It only respects action, prevention, and conscious care. And this is where Stoic wisdom becomes real. The Stoics knew we cannot control what time takes from us, but we can control how we prepare to face it. Taking care of your body is not an act of vanity. It's an act of self-respect, of dignity. It's how you tell time. You may pass, but you will not drag me without a fight. Just like that Roman warrior refused to surrender at the first sign of weakness, you must not resign yourself either, because the battle for your vitality isn't lost in a single day. It's lost with every act of neglect, every empty meal, every excuse, and it's won too, day by day, with every choice that strengthens your body and spirit. In a moment, I'm going to reveal how another vitamin, often underestimated, can reignite something even more vital than your arteries. It can bring life back to your circulation, like a river breaking through a drought. But before we get there, I want you to understand this. Protecting your body is protecting your manhood, and that, my friend, is a battle worth fighting. Number 3, vitamin C, the secret booster for your blood flow. Most men don't realize that their bodies, just like an engine, need constant maintenance to keep the vital flow from rusting and breaking down. Vitamin C isn't just the spark that helps you avoid a cold in winter, like many believe. It's a crucial element for keeping your arteries healthy, strengthening your tissues, and boosting your intimate vitality. Today, I want to propose a practical exercise, something you can start doing as soon as tomorrow, and it could completely change the way your body responds. For the next 7 days, I want you to take on what we'll call the Natural Reinforcement Challenge. It's simple. Consume a generous daily dose of vitamin C through fresh fruits and vegetables, oranges, strawberries, kiwis, red bell peppers, or natural juices. But don't just eat them mindlessly. Every time you consume one of these foods, do it consciously, knowing you're feeding your blood flow, investing in the vigor you need to maintain your strength and mental clarity. It's an act of presence, an act of personal mastery. Be fully aware of each bite, each sip, like a warrior sharpening his sword before battle. That's how the ancients honored their bodies. They didn't eat for pleasure or out of habit. They ate as if fueling their very soul to withstand the passage of time. From a scientific standpoint, vitamin C is essential for the production of collagen, the protein that gives your arteries their elasticity and strength. Without it, your blood vessels become fragile, and your vital flow gets compromised. Picture your arteries like hoses that, over time, without proper care, begin to harden and crack. What do you think happens when you need blood to flow freely during an intimate moment? Exactly, the body fails, not because it doesn't want to, but because it simply can't, and you can prevent that by acting now. Buddhist philosophy speaks of mindfulness as a path to restoring vital energy. It's not about consuming vitamin C randomly. It's about turning every action, every meal, into a conscious act of recovery and personal power. True strength is built through presence, not through distraction or inertia. If this message is resonating with you, if you feel it's time to take control and rebuild the strength you once took for granted, I invite you to become part of this space of transformation. Subscribe right now, activate the notification bell, and let me know in the comments which country you're connecting from. I'd love to see how far this community of men who refuse to grow old on their knees can reach. And if this message struck a chord with you, give it a like so that more men like you can find this content and start their own journey. Remember, every small act of consciousness is a brick in the foundation of your future vitality. It's not about miracles or waiting for outside solutions. It's about becoming the craftsman of your own energy. And in that silent, daily construction, true men are reborn. Number 4, vitamin B3, Niacin, the hidden engine of your masculine vigor. In 1937, scientists discovered something that would change the course of medicine. Vitamin B3, known as niacin, not only saved lives, but also had the power to reactivate vital processes that seemed doomed to decline. Today, we know that niacin can open up the arteries like a river breaking through a dam, bringing life back to the body where only drought once remained. And yet, it remains one of the most overlooked secrets by men who, after 50, watch their energy fade without understanding why. I want you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time you felt the blood rushing through your body with real force, when your energy wasn't a broken promise, but a vibrant current that responded to your will? If you have to think too hard, something inside you has stalled. Niacin acts like a hidden fuel that clears the inner pathways, expanding the blood vessels, awakening the flow that supports your strength, endurance, and mental clarity. It's no coincidence that ancient cultures sought foods that warmed the blood. They instinctively knew that life resides in movement, not in stagnation. To understand the effect of niacin, imagine your arteries as an ancient city's canal system. When the canals are clear and wide, water flows with strength and vitality. But when they clog and narrow, the water stagnates, rots, and the city dies. The same happens in your body when you neglect your circulation. Niacin is one of the few elements that can cleanse, open, and revitalize those channels before it's too late. Today, I want to propose a simple experiment so you can experience firsthand what I'm telling you. For the next 3 days, eat foods rich in niacin like tuna, chicken, or natural peanuts, and do it before taking a 20-minute walk in the gentle morning sun. Pay attention to how your skin reddens slightly, how you feel a warm flush spreading through your body. That flush is called the niacin flush, a sign that your blood vessels are opening, that life is flowing back into you with force. It's not something to fear. It's physical proof that your body is responding, awakening after years of silent neglect. In Taoist philosophy, vital flow is a symbol of power. It's not about fighting time. It's about opening the inner channels so energy can circulate freely. Reclaiming your vigor isn't about miracle supplements or praying to fate. It's about reconnecting with that inner current that was never meant to stop. Today, you have a choice. You can continue letting your body turn into a stagnant swamp, or you can do what it takes to make it a raging river once again. Because true strength isn't improvised, it's built, nurtured, and cultivated, drop by drop, decision after decision. And niacin, that forgotten engine, could be one of the first parts you set back in motion. Number 5, vitamin B9, folic acid, the forgotten key to steady vitality. For centuries, the wisest cultures understood that true power wasn't seen in muscles or outward appearance, but in inner vitality, the energy that sustained a man when sheer strength wasn't enough. Today, science offers us a forgotten key to preserving that vitality when it's needed most: vitamin B9, better known as folic acid. While most people associate it with pregnancy or youth, the truth is that for a mature man, folic acid is a silent guardian of strength, circulation, and cellular renewal. Picture your cardiovascular system as a vast forest. Every tree, every root represents the arteries and veins that feed life into your body. Over time, if that forest isn't cared for, the roots weaken, the trunks crack, and the sap stops flowing. That's exactly what happens inside you when folic acid levels plummet. Your blood, your primary source of vital energy, begins to encounter invisible obstacles that slow it down. A lack of this essential vitamin leads to an increase in homocysteine levels, a compound that, when elevated, hardens the arteries and turns them into broken paths where strength no longer flows as it should. A study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that men with adequate folic acid levels not only enjoyed more efficient circulation, but also experienced significantly stronger erectile responses. Because vitality isn't based solely on desire, it's grounded in the physical ability to sustain it, and that ability depends on something as seemingly small as a molecule of folic acid working silently within you. The Stoics, those iron-willed men who feared neither life nor death, taught that true mastery begins with self-control. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Applied to your vitality, it means you can't keep believing that decline is natural and inevitable. That's an opinion, not a law. The real biological law is this: if you nourish your body correctly, you can stay strong, firm, and sharp far longer than most dare to believe. From traditional Chinese medicine to the ancient healing practices of the Andes, the principle has always been the same: blood is life, and whatever strengthens the blood strengthens the man. Folic acid, though small and unassuming, is one of those invisible pillars supporting your physical response, your mental clarity, and ultimately, your personal dignity. I invite you to practice a moment of inner observation. Each time you feel a fatigue that doesn't match your effort, each time your intimate energy falls short of what you expect, instead of blaming your age, ask yourself, what am I neglecting to give my body? Because there's no greater betrayal than abandoning the temple that sustains you. Remember, life isn't measured by the years that pass, but by the intensity with which we live them. Every conscious choice is an act of resistance against time, and every nutrient you choose to give your body is a declaration that you're still willing to fight for your best self. Don't settle for what the statistics say. You are not a number. You are a man capable of writing his own story, even when others have already laid down their arms. If you've made it this far, it's because there's still a fire inside you that refuses to die out. Not everyone can face an uncomfortable truth and keep listening. Most people prefer soft lies, sweet excuses that justify their decline, but not you. You've chosen to pay attention to what truly matters: your energy, your dignity, your ability to remain a complete man even after 60. That's no accident, it's a choice. And every minute you spent with me today is proof that you're not willing to give up. Today you've realized that what seemed like a simple nutritional deficiency is actually a crack that can swallow your entire vitality if you don't do something about it. And what you've received here isn't a magic recipe or a fleeting comfort. It's a map leading to a stronger, more awakened, and more solid version of yourself. But the map is useless if you don't choose to walk it. No one else will do it for you. Not the partner who no longer looks at you the same. Not the children who stopped listening long ago. Not the doctors who prescribe without asking. Only you. This is your responsibility, and also your power. If you felt the weight and the truth of this message, I want you to let me know with a simple phrase in the comments: still standing strong. Those 3 words say more than any speech, and tell me from which country you're watching. Because this channel, House of Wisdom, isn't just a showcase of advice. It's a space for men who, like you, have decided to wake up, to break the silence of decline, and to take control of their lives with courage. My name is Celia, and I'm here to shake you up, not to entertain you. This channel exists because we've had enough of lukewarm speeches. Here, we speak plainly, because it's time to live with intention, with awareness, with strength. Subscribe and hit the notification bell. Join this community of men who are stopping the crawl and starting to walk tall again. Share this video if you know someone who needs it. Sometimes a single truth can change the life of a man who's about to give up. And don't leave just yet. This conversation isn't over. On screen, you'll find 2 videos that can be your next step on this journey of awakening. One will help you better understand your body, and the other to master your mind. Choose the one that calls to you most, but don't stop. Because as long as you keep learning, growing, and taking action, no one can take away what you're reclaiming, your power.